All right, welcome to another Retro Cube video, and I get to decide between Sol Ring and Black Lotus, the classic pick one, pack one. So, in the non-retro vintage cube, in the current vintage cube, I like taking Black Lotus. I think it's got good explosive potential. There's a lot of fun decks you can draft throughout. In the retro cube, I bet Sol Ring's better. There's just not as many good threats to just Lotus out on turn one. There's no Minsk and Boo. That sort of thing. So I think I'm going to take Sol Ring and pass Lotus. That's really funny. Yeah, let's go. Let's go pick one Sol Ring. Oh, could have had Lotus Brain Freeze. Regrets already. And the sizing and zoom thing is still going on that they really messed up. So we'll have to bear with that for now. What do I take here? It's kind of interesting. If I'd taken Lotus, I'd definitely take Brain Freeze. I could still take Brain Freeze. Be fine to do that. It's also Memory Jar. Thing is, there's not that much to Sol Ring out. There's Green Sun Zenith. There's Coercive Portal. Maybe I'd take Coercive Portal and try to wheel Wildfire. All right, I'm kind of down for that. Let's see if oh, there's a Smokestack. Should we try for the Smokestack deck? The problem is, besides it being bad, is well, it's not a problem exactly. I just don't really need to take Smokestack here because I think if I take Miscalc, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, it would be hard to imagine Smokestack not wheeling. And also, if it doesn't, it doesn't. Oh, there's Tango Wire too. Okay, I'm gonna take Ancient Tomb, and we're gonna try to draft Tango Wire, Smokestack. I mean, Sol Ring's way better than Lotus in this deck. It's not even close. Will Tango Wire wheel? 1, 2, 3, 4. It might, but either way, Ancient Tomb is way better. Let's come over here, Ancient Tomb. Trying to get you. There's Pestermite for like the twin aspect. There's Ramanop if I do end up with the Smokestack in my deck. I could just take Brainstorm though. I think I would rather just take Brainstorm. I think it's the strongest card. And here, oh, Metalworker? Yeah, we're taking Metalworker and hoping, I don't think we're going to wheel Battle Ball, but Metalworker is a ticket to a lot of mana. Emrakul, the Promised End is kind of interesting, but I think I'll take Thieving Skydiver. This isn't really a combo with Metalworker so much because it's not an artifact itself, so it's pretty hard to imagine that really working out. Whereas Skydiver, I think would be good because if depending on if I get that Smokestack pack, Skydiver is really good with that. And then here, Cryptic Command, Mono Blue Artifacts. It's also a Seeka's Chariot, which is an artifact as well, so it works with Metalworker, and it also works with like Smokestack and Tangle Wire because it puts a bunch of permanents into play. Could take Ulamog, could also take Relic of Progenitus, but I think I'll just take Cryptic. Oh, now there's the Wildfire? All right, yeah, I'm taking the Wildfire over Snap. Okay. Smokestack better wheel. If it doesn't wheel, like what is going on here? So yeah, and like this is the minimum size of the cards. If I want to maximize it, I love Magic Online, but oh boy, they can be clowns sometimes. Just rolling out an update that just like broke zoom, broke card sizing. It's just really, really something. Here, there's Green Sun Zenith. This isn't the Smokestack pack. That's the next one. Pyretic Ritual, Spirit of the Labyrinth. I don't really see myself playing any of these. I guess I'll take the Pyretic Ritual. Okay, Smokestack came back. Tangle Wire. Let's go, Tangle Wire. Oh, man, I would be excited if I got that. I don't know about the Wildfire yet because I do kind of like the idea as well of just being like mono blue, but we'll see. We'll see. The Wildfire wasn't over anything too great in blue. Ah, damn. No Tangle Wire. That's okay. Ancient Tomb is still just way too busted. I guess I'll take Wishclaw. I'm not really playing any of these. Ramanop, sure. I could also take Cruel Ultimatum in case I hit Dream Halls, but I think Ramanop is more likely to see play. It is a combo of Smokestack after all. And then I guess I'll Gargaroth as a green card. But all right. I like the start here. Crucible of Worlds I'd like a lot more than Ramanop. I just don't really want to play green. Oh. All right, I'll put an Emrakul in the like maybe category. So let's see how this works out, huh? Oh man, and now there's a Mana Drain? Yeah, I like Skull Clamp too, but Mana Drain in this deck looks nice. I've got a lot of colorless cards. Sheldock, Scrapbrook Mutt. Yeah, I'm probably not going to wheel anything of note here, but I'm happy to first pick a Mana Drain. Oh, now there's a Library. There's also Flash, but you know what? We're taking Library. This is a Library deck through and through. Arid Mesa. I'm not even going to need a second color. I'm just going to take the Library here and continue with the assumption that I want to be mono blue, but we'll see. We'll see. Oh, now there's a Michel's Workshop. Yeah, we're slamming that. If Blightsteel comes back, maybe we can find a way to make it work, but Michel's Workshop is exactly what I'm looking for. I really wish I got that Tangle Wire back, but Ancient Tomb is just way too busted. All right, need some more artifacts. That would be sick. Ooh, this is interesting too because there's a Kozilek and a Rishadan Port. Those are both kind of interesting for a color or a mono blue deck, but there's also Volcanic Island for Wildfire. But actually, I'm just going to take Consecrated Sphinx. I have Sol Ring, Ancient Tomb, and Mana Drain to ramp it out. All right, Consecrated Sphinx it is. Yeah, this looks great. All right, I'm going to put the Emrakul and the Wildfire away because I'm going to try to be mono blue workshops here. Let's go. And then here, there's a Simic Signet and a Mystic Forge. There's also a Snapcaster, but I'm a little skeptical of that one. I mean, it does have Brainstorm, Miscalc, Manager, and Cryptic. Those are all good. But I kind of want ways to make Ancient Tomb and Workshop better. I think I'm just going to go with the Signet. A blue Signet seems like it is what this deck wants. There's the Dream Halls. Now I'll probably just take Lotus Petal. Petal seems kind of nice. It works with some of these things. Hangerback Walker. I mean, well, maybe actually take Hangerback. It's not like I want to peddle anything but maybe Consecrated Sphinx out or maybe Course of Portal. Hangerback's really nice with Workshop and Smokestack and Metalworker. All right. Hangerback Walker, Texas Ranger. Let's go. And then here, there's a Metamorph, a Mox Opal, a Batterskull, Fire Ice. Also, comments definitely showed I misunderstood how Birthing Ritual works. You look at the top 7, then decide if you want to sacrifice. What I wasn't wrong about, the card still sucks. Don't put it in your deck, but it was a little better than I thought. So, wanted to mention that. I really don't mind Batterskull here, but I kind of like Metamorph with Smokestack, Portal, Consecrated Sphinx. I don't think this is as much a Mox Opal deck. And then now there's a Muldrifter and let's see, a Curse Scroll. Curse Scroll actually has some pretty nice stuff. I don't want Legion Extruder. I want to be mono blue. But Muldrifter is a really good mana sink for these things. All right, I'm here for the Muldrifter. Oh, Shelldock came back. Yeah, I'm slamming that. Shelldock looks nice here. And then here, I'm not playing any of these cards. I guess I'll take a Scarab God, sure. All right, I'll take Blightsteel unless, is there any way I can Birthing Pod, Skydiver into Metalworker, Metalworker into nothing, and then something into Muldrifter. I'll take Blightsteel in case I get Tinker. And I like the way this deck looks. It's this is really something. Kozilek's here. So is Treasure Cruise, but this is not going to be a very good Treasure Cruise deck. I guess I'll just take the Kozilek in case my mana ends up getting to where I can use some of these big Eldrazi's. I don't really know what that would look like, to be honest, but I don't think Treasure Cruise is going to do much. All right, Mystic Forge came back. That is nice. Unfortunately, the pack... I'll just take the Dream Halls, even though I don't think I'm playing that. The pack where I took Metamorph, there wasn't enough cards for like Mox Opal to wheel or anything like that. I mean, I guess that was the pack. I think it could have been last pick, but all right. Pack 3. Okay, there's Crucible, Dynamo, but I got to take Upheaval. Upheaval is like exactly what you want with all this mana. And I think one of Crucible or Dynamo are very likely to wheel. There's also Counterspell, but you know, we're going big here. We're not looking, we don't need another counter. We already have a couple. Here, City of Traders, Karakas, Wasteland, Scalding Tarn, Chalice I think will wheel. Kind of just want City of Traders. Doesn't really look like an incredible Karakas deck or anything. And one of the things about the Retro Cube is there are fewer things to Karakas in general. So, because the percentage of legendary creatures shot up as Commander got more popular. So if you're pulling from a largely older card pool when it comes to threats, I think Karakas does get a little bit worse. All right. Let's just take City of Traders. And, oh, Lodestone Golem, perfect. Lodestone Golem is exactly what you want to workshop and Sol Ring out. And there's 2 Signets in the pack, so if one of those comes back, I would be pretty happy. Now, there's a Portal to Phyrexia, which, yeah, maybe I can make work. It's good with Metalworker at the very least. Here, there's a Revoker. If I'd taken Lotus, there's Salvagers. There's Frantic Search, which I don't really want. I think I'll just take Revoker, just up my artifact count, and it's some decent bit of disruption here. Oh, perfect. Basalt Monolith is exactly what I want to power out all these large things. All right. So this is going to be probably like, what, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8? Assuming I don't get any other blue cards, I'll have like 15 or 16 artifacts in this deck. Yeah, that's pretty nice. This pack's a brick. You know what? I'll make it so there's one fewer Force of Vigors in the world. Because I don't want to play against that card. It's a league draft, so it doesn't really matter, but might as well. Oh man, the Tango Wire would have been nice with Winter Orb. Though I still might just take Winter Orb. I don't think Shadow Spear is something I'm going to be too excited about. So yeah, let's just take Winter Orb. Maybe this will work. Oh, Dynamo came back. That's the one I wanted more anyway. Perfect. So right now this is 18 lands. I think we're basically set. If I get another spell, I'll play it, or I'll just play 18 lands. Maybe another Signet. That would be kind of nice. Huh. I didn't imagine a Wasteland would wheel. But Everflowing Chalice is just excellent with Workshop. Good with City of Traders and Ancient Tomb, Upheaval. I'm just gonna take that. I'm not worried about Wasteland. I don't have Crucible or anything. I'll take Force Spike and probably sideboard it against decks that have spells I want to counter early. I mean, Wasteland is good with Winter Orb, but I think Everflowing Chalice has the potential to be quite strong here. I could also cut this Brainstorm. It doesn't really do much, though. No, I've got a couple things. It's good with Shelldock Isle, and it's actually pretty good with Mystic Forge. So maybe I'll keep it here. I'm just not playing any of these cards. I'll just take a Besagio. Natural Order, Salvagers, Magma Opus. All right, well, hope someone has fun with those things. Last pick, Lingering Souls. What's going on? Here, I'm just going to add 12 islands. Let's go. Let's get it done. I'm just going to play this portal and hope that's part of the reason I wanted like Everflowing Chalice is I can just cast this portal, and Metalworker is obviously going to be a big part of that as well. So let's see how this does, huh? All right, time for round one. I'm on the draw. This hand is pretty slow, but I do have a turn 3 Metalworker into Mystic Forge. Let's see how this works. Opponent's mulling. If I can draw Sol Ring or Ancient Tomb or even City of Traders, like I would just run that. Then I might be able to have, or Mishra's Workshop. Any of those things would make this pretty nice. Winter Orb is not the best against Mana Dorks. Sorry. Any workshops? Okay, City of Traders is the worst of all the things I named, but still worth doing because if my Metalworker survives, I will be able to tap it for at least 4 mana, maybe more, and then play Mystic Forge and hopefully kind of chain off from there for a little bit at least. Obviously, if they kill the Metalworker and then I'll have a City of Traders in play on turn 2, I'm not going to love that, but I think this is well worth it. And here, let's see what they got on 2. Well, turn 2, 3 mana, of course. Verdant for Breeding Pool, that's pretty strong. Knight of the Reliquary. All right. Let's see how this goes, huh? Oh, Thran Dynamo. All right. I mean, the Metalworker experience, if you haven't played with this card, it used to be a card like extended a million years ago. There were some like legacy decks that played it, some vintage decks that have played it. And of course, it was in the cube for a long time. But if you haven't, you'd have to have played any of those formats like probably over 10 years ago at this point to really get the Metalworker experience. The Metalworker experience is I cast this card. If it lives, it's insane. I get to get at least 6 mana, and if I draw an artifact and I turn 8 mana, it's busted. And then when it dies, you would usually end up in a pretty bad spot. So we'll see how this goes. Because like next turn, if I get to drop Dynamo plus Mystic Forge plus Winter Orb, I get to kind of go nuts and lock down their mana a fair amount. If Metalworker dies, well, I'm not loving my spot. Let's see what this is. 4 mana here. No. Oh, double blues. This Jace the Mind Sculptor. Urza. Okay. That's, not as good like against Winter, or it's not as good for me because with the Winter Orb, but the fact is the Metalworker is going to live, and especially if I draw an artifact right here. Oh, okay. So tap this, reveal all those artifacts. So it's 8 artifacts. So 8 mana, 11, 12 mana. So let's start with Dynamo. And then play Mystic Forge. See what my top card is. Island. I'm just going to exile that, of course. Oh, into Simic Signet. So I can play that. Yeah, let's play the Simic Signet. Metamorph. Oh, I want to Metamorph Urza. So let's go this and cast Metamorph. I'll pay the life. Okay, Island on top. So I'm done for now, but Urza plus Winter Orb is a sick combo. That's part of why I was jealous. Now I get to go Revoker. They've got to tap their Knight in response if they want to use it. Otherwise, I'll name Knight of the Reliquary. All right. And I want to stop maybe on upkeep to... No, I could Mystic Forge on upkeep. But I might just Urza on upkeep. We'll see. So what I want to do here is revoke and then play Winter Orb. And I want the Winter Orb to be untapped on their turn. And then on my turn, it'll be tapped. They know about the Winter Orb because I revealed it to Metalworker. Yeah, so they have to get an untapped land or it's pretty bad for them. I'll still name Knight of the Reliquary here. And then I'll play my island. And tap Revoker and play Winter Orb. Because that'll get them for 1 mana at least, which is not nothing. And I've got a much bigger construct than they do. So they get to untap their Breeding Pool here. They don't get to Scalding Tarn for a tapped land. And then I get to end of their turn tap the Winter Orb, because Winter Orb is just, they preserve the original functionality, which is in alpha it didn't say if it's untapped, but that was just baked into the rules. It was was it mono artifact? No, sorry. Mono artifact you use once, poly artifact, I guess. I don't remember the exact terminology, but in any case, it used to be that if artifacts were tapped, their abilities turned off, which mostly didn't matter. Kind of a dumb rule. They got rid of it, but because that was so intrinsically part of the Winter Orb experience, I talked about the Metalworker experience. The Winter Orb experience had a lot of that, so it ended up, they put the text on it. As long as this is untapped, it works. So what that means with Urza is that they only got to untap 1 land, but at the end of their turn, I tap the Winter Orb, boom. We got him good. All right. Playing against blue-green. I'm not going to put in Force Spike. Let's go. Okay. I'm on the draw here. Oh, I'm going to keep this hand. I'm probably going to lead on Library. I hope they don't have turn 1 Noble. Okay, they did not. So definitely going to lead on Library then. I don't think I need to have Mana Drain up on 2. The Consecrated Sphinx does make Mana Drain more enticing, of course. I might discard on turn 2. I don't think I want to discard Thieving Skydiver, because if they have Urza in their deck, it kind of implies to me that they have other artifacts as well. And of course the Urza itself I could steal, the construct. But we'll see what I draw and we'll see what they do. Interesting. So they could have gotten Breeding Pool and played Exploration on 1. I guess they probably didn't have it. Let's see what their play is here. I would really like to draw Sol Ring. That would be a nice one. Oh, Ancient Tomb is pretty nice too. I could Ancient Tomb Hangerback. Then I wouldn't have to discard, but I wouldn't have Mana Drain up. I think I'm just going to go Island Go, discard. Most likely discard the City of Traders. I want to keep the island. Oh, why didn't I play Sheldock? That's a really great question. Well, what is this? Impulse, sure. I should have just played Sheldock. I just was like, all right, I'm going to play Island. There we go. I think I'm going to discard the City of Traders. They don't seem like they pressure my life total over much, and I've got an Ancient Tomb as a 2-mana land, so this seems fine to me as soon as they're done impulsing. Speaking of cards that are different from when they're printed, the original printing of Impulse said you put it on the bottom and then shuffle, but that obviously didn't really make sense, so now it's just you put them on the bottom. Yeah, discard City of Traders, pass the turn. At least I'm representing a counterspell, so that one's good. Yeah, part of the reason I didn't want to play the Ancient Tomb Hangerback is I just didn't think Hangerback did that much for me. All right, they got a Knight of the Reliquary. And that's it. They didn't even get, any good lands last time, so... Well, now I definitely have to play the island. Oh. Actually... I'll play Simic Signet. So it's not a talisman, so I can't cast Mana Drain and use Library. But if I'm Mana Draining, then I'm fine not using library. Because if I mana drain something, it's because I'm going to cast Consecrated Sphinx. So I'm looking pretty good here. We'll see what they do, of course. But they could have Knight for Wasteland or Strip Mine. Just, they didn't last game. We'll see. I mean, Exploration also kind of hints at them doing that as well. If that's what happens, that's what happens. I guess the disaster scenario is they go like Wasteland your library and then play a big spell and I can't mana drain it. But I think I'll be all right. Not sure about this Thieving Skydiver here, but we're not going to need a game 3, so I guess I'm not going to side it out. Okay, they're attacking with the Knight. Wow, I didn't really expect that. That's kind of a weak play. Just no plays. All right, I'll draw a card. All right, I guess that's fine. I don't mind not getting Shelldock down. Let's just Ancient Tomb and then Revoker the Knight. I kind of assume they're going to do something at some point. Is this countering the Revoker? 3 mana? Interesting. I guess I could have gone to second. Oh, 4 mana. Is this Cryptic? Oh, Subtlety. Okay. Well, I am going to mana drain that because I don't want them to have a bunch of stuff in play. So I'm not going to get to cast Consecrated Sphinx here. I'm just going to play a big Hangerback Walker. Knight of the Reliquary is getting named. Go to my second main phase. Oh, yeah, okay. And then cast Hangerback Walker, X equals 3. All right. And now I can block the Knight. If they attack, I'll just double block. I can just slam Consecrated Sphinx next turn. Looks pretty good to me. They've got 4 cards in hand. None of them are lands. Well, one of them could be a land. Attacking for 4 was better for them than using the Knight. I guess if they wanted to leave up Subtlety, that kind of makes sense. They weren't really getting much value out of the Knight itself here. And they get a window here to resolve something. Well, more than a window. I don't actually have another counterspell in my hand, but next turn I'll be able to play Sphinx regardless. Okay. Nope, no send with the Knight either. Do I want to play Consecrated Sphinx? I kind of want to play Mystic Forge here. It feels like they've got a counter. I just play 2 spells this turn. Yeah. Hopefully it's not mana drain. Okay, counterspell's fine. And we're not that close, so let's just play Metalworker, go to 10, pass the turn. Not that close to 20 cards for Shelldock, so I'm not going to worry about that. Then next turn, play Sphinx, maybe take 2 more damage to do that because of the Ancient Tomb. Though if I draw an artifact, I could play Sphinx without taking damage, and you know, that's pretty reasonable too. Are they like a band control deck? This is kind of weird. All right. Well, I guess I'll play Shelldock. Let's do this first. Yeah, I'll play Metamorph under it, and I'll cast Skydiver for no kicker. And pass the turn. I'm going to start growing the Hangerback and attacking with it. I don't really know what they're doing, but it doesn't feel like I'm supposed to play Consecrated Sphinx here. 1 mana, 2 mana. They have like Balance or something? Oh, Wall of Roots. All right. Oh, into something. Into Kinnan? That doesn't work with Wall of Roots, luckily. All right. Well, now I get to resolve Consecrated Sphinx. I like that. All right, let's pump the Hangerback. Let's draw. Oh. 1, 2, 3. All right. I'm going to upheaval at some point here, but I'm going to play Consecrated Sphinx first. I'm not taking 2 damage. I could... Oh, they're forcing it. Okay. Pitching Time Spiral. All right, fair enough. No point in attacking with Hanger back here. Well, I guess maybe I'll upheaval next turn then. Can't shell dock yet. Not that the shell dock even does that much for me. Yeah, I don't really know what their deck is up to, but they have a lot more blue cards than it looked like at first. Is this a Green Suns? That's kind of what it seems like. Oh, it's maybe a pest infestation. They need the wall of roots. Yeah, I would be fine with that too. I mean, I wouldn't love it, but right now I can upheaval with 3 floating, and if I draw any artifact, it upheavals for a lot more. Oh no, this is Nissa. You have to go to... it's a hard card to cast. You have to pay the Phyrexian Life before paying green. Before paying all your green. So what are they going to do with this Nissa? I guess we'll see. I can blow up Metalworker. Metalworker's not doing anything. It's just minding its own business. Maybe they just make a creature here. Yeah, they're not going to blow up Metalworker. Because if they do, then I just kill it with Thieving Skydiver. They have no cards in hand. All right. So the only thing I have to worry about with upheavals, they do have Exploration in their hand, which obviously that's not ideal. But I feel like this is still reasonable. What's going on here? Is Magic Online losing it? All right, there we go. Hanger backs up to 5/5. Artifact would be kind of nice there. I can Metamorph if I wait a turn. How bad is the Nissa? The Nissa doesn't do that much. And they can't Kinnan yet. If they draw a land, they could use Kinnan. But if I attack with the Hangerback Walker, they have to block with one of those things. Yeah, I guess that's fine. Or I could upheaval, have 3 mana floating, play Metalworker. What's kind of nice about upheaval is it gets me back up to library. I kind of feel like I can wait a turn here. So let's go land. Attack Nissa. Attack Nissa. I'm at 10. They block. No, I actually don't want to attack with the hanger back. I kind of feel like blocking with it is going to be a little bit better. Especially if I'm upheavaling soon. All right, they make a 3/3. And they have a land, so they can now use Kinnan. And they have 22 cards. So unfortunately, that's not gonna let me use Shelldock Isle yet. And I can use it on my turn, but it's not really gonna do much. All right, let's see what they do. Did they hit a non-human? They hit Uro. That's pretty good. Definitely makes the upheaval a little less enticing. Oh, but I can use Metamorph now. End of turn. I can Shelldock it. Okay. And they didn't put a land into play. Interesting. Let's see. I could Metamorph the Kinnan. It adds 1 mana. It adds maybe 2 mana. If the Metalwork... Oh, actually, I don't know if you tap this for 0, does it work? But I can also use it right now to try to find... I don't have very many creatures, but I have some. All right. Let's copy Kinnan. And let's use that. Sure. Yeah, I'm getting an extra mana, so I don't have to take damage here. Right? Oh, wait, no, I still do. Yeah. All right, go to 8. Let's use Kinnan. Oh. Why did it... This is horrible. Well, whatever. And put a counter on this. Draw. I was really hoping to draw an artifact. Let's see. Oh, so it doesn't actually work with that. Huh. Okay, so right now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 9, 10, 11 mana. Okay, so I'm going to upheaval this turn. I feel like that's worth it. Attack them at this point. Since I'm not killing the Nissa. I just took two damage because it... I don't know why it worked that way. Let's go upheaval. 5 mana floating. Oh, and they're just done. Okay, well that works then. 1-0. Okay, on the draw, I'm going to keep this. It's a turn 3 portal. Would be nice to draw one of my accelerants. Someday I hope to draw Ancient Tomb or Sol Ring in my opening hand. Or Mishra's Workshop. I guess I drew the Ancient Tomb pretty early on last game. All right. I've got 2 action spells and a signet that they can duress, and they can take any of them. What they take kind of depends a bit on what their hand is. Like, do they want to slow me down? Do I want to take the things I'd accelerate into? I was hoping to draw Mishra's Workshop or Sol Ring, but I guess I could draw Consecrated Sphinx. What if I drew Mana Drain? That'd be nice. I mean, Hangerback Walkers can be decent against a black deck. If, you know, black-red, like, maybe they'll kill it and I'll get a 1/1 or something. Who knows? And if they don't kill it, it starts growing. I kind of feel like it's just going to die and I'll get a 1/1 token, but that's still an okay exchange. No plays? All right. Duressing my signet really only works if you're going to slow me down enough to do something. I mean, we'll see. Maybe they'll play something good this turn and start pressuring me, but it's just not that effective. Oh, Duretti? Sure. Yeah, that makes sense, because now you can kill the Coercive Portal. Let's draw. I don't think Metamorphing does anything, so let's just pass the turn. I mean, if I draw a land next turn, I can go Dynamo and then Metamorph the Dynamo, and then they can Duretti one of the Dynamos, but I'll have the other one. So, yeah, a land would be really nice. Let's see if we can hit here. They're not doing anything? All right. If they want to kill my Hangerback in response, they can, I guess. Sure. I wasn't doing a whole lot on the ground because of those constructs anyway. Oh, Mishra's Workshop. Okay. Well, that's a totally different ball game. So let's go Dynamo. Dynamo. Portal. Oh, Mishra's Workshop was so sick there. And they know I have Upheaval in hand, so if they don't kill Dynamo, it's pretty bad for them. But if they do kill Dynamo, then I'm drawing 2 off Portal. And they're going to vamp. Oh, no. No. Visions of fiery confluences are dancing through my head now. All right. Well, what are you going to do? If they have that, that's going to be really unfortunate for me. I would really hope that that's not it. They're not immediately slamming, maybe? Feeling unlikely to me. I'm going to attack Duretti for 1. No card wrecks me as much as that one does, I don't think. Unless it's like land sneak Emrakul or something. That would also be pretty bad. But we'll see. Are they slamming it? Oh, that's not double red. Yawgmoth. Sure, that's fine. I mean, we'll see. They're probably going to Duretti. Oh, they Duretti the original Dynamo is kind of interesting instead of the Metamorph. Yeah, that makes my Upheaval worse, I guess. Let's draw. So, Homage. And I can Upheaval. I mean, I guess I might as well attack the Duretti with the Thopter. I assume they're going to sack the construct. They might not. So let's see. If I Upheaval, I have 3 Workshop mana floating. Then I can just play... I could could play any land, and I could play the Course of Portal again. Yeah, all right. I just don't think it's getting better here. They can sack the Construct to draw a card now. Kill my Thopter, sure. Yeah, they killed the right one for sure. And here, I don't actually want to play the Workshop because that doesn't really help me. So let's just play an Island, play Course of Portal. All right. I mean, their hand looked pretty slow. They didn't have any accelerants. So if they just go land go here, then they have to discard a couple cards. And then next turn, I could Metamorph the Portal. Yeah, they're just going to have to discard 2 cards. Or I could draw any other accelerant, and that would be pretty nice. Or I draw a counterspell, so... And I'm drawing 2 cards, so feels like we're in pretty good shape. Them vamping for Yawgmoth was really not that bad at all, assuming that's what they went for. Discard Mountain Shriek Maw. Don't want to discard, vote for Carnage, or they'll blow everything up. Oh, there's a mana drain. I could play Metamorph this turn. I wouldn't have Drain up. I think I'm just going to pass and discard an island here. And I don't really need 2 Course of Portals in play. I don't even care that much if I don't get to cast Drain this turn. Like, they didn't have a 2-drop before. Oh, well, that's one I would really like to drain. So let's drain the Voidwalker. Now I can play Consecrated Sphinx thanks to this Ancient Tomb. So I like that. If I draw another artifact, I could have maybe snuck that out. I'm at 20, so I'm just going to play Sphinx here. They can kill it if they have a removal spell, which they have not done so far. Oh, Sol Ring. Yeah, looking pretty good here. Like, Doretti's not going to do much. I guess if they discarded their Shriek Maw, which made sense given what they'd seen, but it's working nicely. Oh, they got their Shriek Maw back. All right, that's fair. Hopefully they don't have another play. Okay, draw. I mean, I think we're still doing just fine here. If I go Workshop, I can play Revoker Sol Ring. I guess no matter what, I'm going to want to brainstorm first. So let's brainstorm, see if I draw anything. Oh, okay. Let's put back Revoker Sol Ring, Workshop, Mystic Forge. Yeah, look at this brainstorm. Sol Ring, Revoker, and I'll name Doretti. Ingenious Iconoclast? I think that's the one. Yeah. And 16. Sure, I'll nug the island. All right. Pass the turn. Discard an island. They can attack first. And then if I block, they can play Doretti afterwards. They can also just play Yawgmoth here. So I guess maybe I should have named Yawgmoth, Ran Physician. But the thing about Yawgmoth is I have the portal here, which I think cast next turn, right? 5, 6, 7, yeah. That's not too bad. This could be a K command. Oh, it's a Rabble Master. Okay, I'm just going to take it. I'll go to 11 here. Portal. Draw some cards. There's a smokestack. I like that too. And I'm going to keep Cryptic on top. I'm going to play the City of Traders because I'm just going to cast this portal here. And I don't want to take Ancient Tomb damage. The reason I didn't block is because I knew Portal was going to wipe all of their stuff. And this basically ends the game. Like, might as well attack. Next turn, I get to Portal back Sphinx if I want to, or Voidwalker, Rabble Master, whatever. They can play Yawgmoth, doesn't do anything. They can play Doretti, really doesn't do anything. So, and then I'm going to have Cryptic up next turn. Okay. Turbo Artifacts is working out pretty nicely here. Let's see. Mayhem Devil. All right. And Hymn to Turok. Got 2 islands, or Metamorph Island, I guess. So let's go Corsa Portal and then Portal to Phyrexia on... I have 13 cards left. Yeah, I guess. Do I want to get Consecrated Sphinx? Yeah, let's still just get a Consecrated Sphinx. Consecrated Sphinx is also optional, so I don't have to draw. Vote for Homage again. All right. I guess that's enough for them. Playing against black red, huh? Fair enough. Fair enough. Oh man, look at this hand. This is a turn 1 smokestack. I can't quite double smokestack. Don't duress me, please. No. Okay, Retrofitter. That's good against smokestack, but I actually still think this could be pretty sweet. So let's go Workshop, Sol Ring. I think, actually, I don't want to play Basalt Monolith. I think I'll just play Smokestack. The reason to play Basalt Monolith is it makes Duress miss, but if they had Duress, they would have led on Duress. I find it implausible they would do otherwise. And casting Monolith off of Workshop is a really good way to get mana for non-artifact things. So now the question is do I want a Smokestack here? Oh yeah, we're going to Smokestack. All right, so let's go. You have to stack it correctly where I don't sacrifice, and now I put a counter on. Miscalculation. That's not going to do much. And let's cast Metamorph. And I'm gonna copy the Retrofitter because I think I'm better at making or using Retrofitter than they are. So now they have to sack a permanent. So they're just gonna sack the Retrofitter. Oh, they're just sacking the Pack Rat? Okay, that's worse than just using Retrofitter to make a 1/1 last turn, but this plays. This is going to be such an interesting game. It's going to be Retrofitter Smokestack battles. Okay. I guess I'll sack a Servo, and I think I'm going to up the Smokestack. Let's see how this goes, huh? Now I'll play Basalt Monolith. I mean, Mana Drain actually could be really sick here, because now they're going to have to sack 2 permanents, so they can make a Retrofitter token end of turn. Oh, this is so fun. I am just absolutely loving this. Now, in response to Smokestack, no, you're supposed to make another counter. I mean, it's going to be tough on them regardless, but if they play something, I get to Mana Drain it, and that's just game over. Because Mana Drain means I can then use that mana to make more Retrofitter tokens. I don't think I actually want to ramp up Smokestack. Let's see. Make a token. Untap. Make a token. Sack these 2. Actually, let's see. You make a token, Yeah, I'm just going to ramp up the stack. It's fine. Because now I'm going to go untap Retrofitter. Island go. Still have Miscalc up. Now they have to sack 3 permanents. And so they can Retrofitter. Oh, they're just going to let this happen. So what that probably means is I'm going to just let the Smokestack die on my turn. They're just going to concede here when they realize what's happening. Oh, that was sick. That's exactly how you want it to play out. Okay. Round 3 here. I'm on the draw. I'm going to keep almost any hand with Workshop. And here I can even go turn 1 Brainstorm to hopefully turn 2 land some good stuff. Ooh, Tree Speaker. Yeah, that makes the Winter Orb a little less good as well. Oh, all right. Not bad. So now I can go turn 1 Brainstorm, turn 2 Lodestone. The Tree Speaker still is very effective against that, but this still could be okay. I really hope they don't play something off the Tree Speaker here. Yeah. Ugh, okay. Well, now I'm really going to need to find a bunch of accelerants here. Okay, I'm not Mystic Forging anything, so I guess it doesn't matter. Let's draw. All right, well, let's Lodestone Golem and then see what we can work with here. So they get to make a Saga token. I mean, their draw was sick. I needed to really be on the play this game, because if I had turned 2 Lodestone Golem, they would have been a lot harder for them to get their stuff going. Okay, pumping Hextrictor. All right. I mean, I'll just block. If they're just going to chill, that's fine. Might need an upheaval to try to win this game. Let's go Signet. And Mystic Forge. There's nothing I can play this turn, but I can at least mess with the top of my deck. I mean, I guess I could play Everflowing Chalice. Oh, Cryptic Command's actually not bad. I can't cast it this turn, this next turn, because of the Lodestone Golem, funnily enough. But I'm not going to exile it with the Mystic Forge. So are they going to make another Saga token? Oh, they are. Okay. I guess they can still level up the Hexdrinker here. Turn 4, fully leveled up Hexdrinker, 2 Saga tokens, huh? Well, that's pretty good. All right. So I'm going to take 6. I guess I'll trade the Lodestone Golem for the Construct. Oh, they didn't have enough to fully level it up. Okay. I'm still going to trade. That's fine. Because now I can cast Cryptic Command next turn. So I guess they didn't have another mana here. Okay. Flash Woodfall Primus. Huh. Yeah, I was dead before this, so definitely dead now. Blowing up Mishra's Workshop in Simic Signet. All right. Yeah. They got me. All right, let's go. All right, I'm on the play here. Yeah, I mean, this hand's totally fine. I'm going to go turn 1 Library. If they play a Mana Dork on 1, I get to go Ancient Tomb, Revoker to Mana Dork. It's pretty good. And then at some point I have Cryptic up. Winter Orb, not looking actually that great in this matchup, but I don't really have anything I want to side in. Force Spike? Nah. Winter Orb all the way. Elvish Reclaimer. I don't even really want to Revoker that, but I guess I probably will. Draw. Revoker. Name Elvish Reclaimer. Pass the turn. Next turn, I can either draw with Library, or I could just play Coercive Portal, which will get me my card back after that. So, no attacks. Interesting. I guess I would just take it, huh? All right, well, I'm just going to play the Coercive Portal and pass the turn. I don't think trading makes sense. I have a portal out, which, I mean, it cuts both ways with the portal, but I think by the time I want a portal, maybe... Oh, interesting. It doesn't look like they're flooding the board with creatures, so I'd get more creatures that way. All right, drawing a counterspell this turn would be pretty nice. Island. All right, draw. Huh. Yeah, let's Winter Orb. A little awkward, but I think what I can do is I can just untap the Library next turn, and I'll still have Cryptic up. I'm just worried. It stops them from getting 2 mana next turn, and I don't have anything to do, and I'm drawing multiple cards a turn. So Winter Orb, Coercive Portal is not like the best combo, but I don't want them playing like a good 5-drop here. Obviously, if they flash Woodfall me, which looks like they're going to do because I didn't draw a counter, then, you know, so be it. Oh, okay, that's not so scary. They're going to level it up with the Coalition Relic. That would be a reasonable play. I also am in a position where I could maybe Cryptic bounce the Winter Orb. Oh my god, Gaia's Cradle. Well, it's Gaia's Cradle, but it's a Gaia's Cradle into Uro, which is fine. Okay. And leveling up Tree Speaker or playing an elf? Next turn. Yeah, I'm going to untap Library here. See what I draw. Untap the library. Draw off Portal. Muldrifter, Lodestone Golem. Huh. I have 8 cards. Play Island, I have 7 cards. I could Library here, or I could just pass and have Cryptic. And maybe now I would Cryptic. I could Cryptic the Winter Orb. And then I could even just replay it if I wanted to, but I'm just saying, like, if I use Cryptic to counter a spell. Okay. They have 2 cards in their hand. There's Charging Relic and Passing. If that's the case, I'll just draw with Library. Metamorph, okay. Untap Library. Draw and draw some more. Hangerback, Walker, and Shelduck. Oh, Shelduck would be on here. 4, 6. I'm not really that close to Portal. Yeah, let's play Shelduck. If I hit Upheaval or Sphinx, it's really sick. Yeah, there's Sphinx. I don't think Smokestack is where I want to be. And then now I've got to do some discarding. I'm okay with that, though. Muldrifter and Island. I don't think I'm going to need the Muldrifter at the current moment. They get to untap a forest. And I've got Cryptic up. I don't even know if I draw with Library at this point. We'll see what they do. Okay, they're playing something. Time Spiral. No. Counter target spell, return target permanent. Counter target spell, return Winter Orb. I think the Winter Orb was a decent bet at the time I made it, but at this point, I want to get off the Winter Orb train. And then now I can put a Consecrated Sphinx into play. Oh, they've got something else. JVP. Sure, they're not very close to using that. All right, this looks good. I'm gonna vote Carnage. Oh, they have a Cradle. All right, I'll block. They have a Cradle in play, so I mean I know this makes their Uro and Jace a little sooner to go, but reducing a mana by Cradle seems pretty good. I'm gonna name Carnage to give them a chance. If they click Carnage. Oh man, they just clicked without thinking. They conceded. Oh, that was nice. That's not going to work again, but I did enjoy that. You know what? The Winter Orb actually has been really bad. Let's take out Winter Orb. Let's put in Force Spike, and let's get some Mising done. All right. Oh, man. Workshop Dynamo. I like that. I obviously need a little more gas than that, but let's see what we can find. Eternal and Noble, huh? If I draw Revoker, it'd be kind of nice here, too. I wouldn't mind that. Island was like the literal worst card I could see, so that's not ideal. This will be a big brainstorm. If I brainstorm here and miss, it's going to be bad. Oh, Crop Rotation? Okay. Sure. They have a Flash? Really hope not. All right, brainstorm. Okay. Well, if they have Flash Woodfall, then so be it, I guess. Okay. Noble Hierarch. Okay, so next turn I'll have 8. So I'm doing nothing next turn because I know my top card's an Island. But if they don't have a way to disrupt my Workshop or Dynamo, then I get to play a Portal to Phyrexia the turn after, which I'll be pretty happy with. Pass the turn. All right, they're going to make a token. Hopefully they're just like on token, get a Mox, and they don't do anything else, and then I Portal them. The only thing that's a little unfortunate is that there's not actually that much to bring back. But this looks decent. If they play another creature this turn, it's also a little annoying. But it's still, I mean, the Portal's still pretty good. Okay, Otawara. I'll take 4. Hope they don't have a counterspell or a flash. Upkeep flashing? No. They drew it? Oh, Force of Vigor. Yeah, that's bad too. All right. Hangerback Walker. Well, that's actually pretty decent. We have 2 cards in hand. Hangerback Walker, what I can do here is if they attack with both, I'll just block 1. So they're probably not going to do that. Impulse, okay. I need to live through 3 more turns to get this portal down. I mean, I could also draw a Sol Ring, Ancient Tomb, City of Trade, or something like that. I kind of hope they don't have another artifact, but I don't think that they're that likely to have one. But we'll see. Oh. So now I'm going to block. The problem is if I take 8, I go to 8, and then next turn I block 1, and they go to like 2. Doesn't seem very productive. I'd rather just block, and then next turn have a bunch of tokens. All right, I'm going to need to draw something here, but I have a bunch of outs. All right, I mean, Lodestone Golem is not nothing. Because now I can maybe block some of these things down, actually. Because now I can go, if they attack with everything, let's say, block a token, triple block another token, take 2, all the tokens die. Yeah, all right. Yeah, that's going to be my plan. And I have 7 mana going to 8 mana. I probably live through the next turn. I mean, obviously, if they blow up my lands again, that sucks. Uro's annoying. Because now any land is also going to get me pretty good. Oh, they didn't have a land. They just had a mana dork. Okay, that actually helps a lot. One more piece of action? That's... The Sphinx will be good at some point here, but now that's so brutal because now they get to Uro, and I can't kill the Uro with the portal. Let's see what they do. They're going to put Uro into play. They attack me for 3 down to 9. What if I play Consecrated Sphinx? Yeah, okay. That's going to be my plan. I'm going to cast Consecrated Sphinx first. I can't beat another spell from them, but if I play Sphinx... Because if I play Portal, they sack everything but Uro. That doesn't do anything. If I play Sphinx here... I hope they don't have a counter. Oh. All right. Finals loss. So it goes. That deck was sick. That deck was a lot of fun. I was drawing pretty thin. The blowing up my Dynamo really got me pretty good. And this mono blue artifact deck was a blast. This has been my favorite deck so far. Just Workshop, Metalworker, Upheaval, Consecrated Sphinx, Portal, all the hits. And it played out pretty well. Is Sol Ring better than Lotus? I don't know, but it made this deck possible, so I was pretty happy with it. All right, that'll do it for today. A little bit of a speed run. Clocking in at barely an hour. And you know what? I appreciate you hanging out with me, as always. And I plan on being back tomorrow. So I will see you then for another draft. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. It helps out the channel, and you won't miss a single draft.